I was born and raised in Paris.
I was born in Beirut, Lebanon.
I was born in Montreal, Canada.
I was born in Baghdad, Iraq.
I was born in Glendale, California.
I was born in Harar, Ethiopia.
I was born in Syria.
I was born in Istanbul.
For the first time in many generations, diaspora Armenians have an opportunity to help rebuild a newly independent Armenia. For the past 17 years, Land and Culture Organization has been involved in preserving and rebuilding historical Armenian landmarks. LCO's strength lies in its dedicated volunteers who donate 1 month of their summer in the villages of Armenia. This is the story of the individuals who make a difference.
Rafi Kocan. I'm a business student at UC Ursa.
Ali Excel. I don't have a title. I only have a high school diploma.
Wahad Kamasian, student and also work part-time.
My name is Shant Chikadian. I plan to major when I go to college in engineering and minoring in business management.
My name is Alina Hakokian. Now I'm attending USC.
Sarkis Khachikian, student of architecture. This was for me a chance to get close and get reacquainted with my own culture and to just help out in any way I could. I think definitely one volunteer can make a difference. Just if you move one stone from here to there, it's made a difference. Not just by the actual physical work, but just by them seeing you do that and the involvement, I think that makes the biggest impact.
What is this one? I just wanted to go and help out and see what it's like there mostly. And showing them that we're there and we care too, that's important.
We all have some sort of tie to our ancestral lands. And we have some ties in the culture that is connected with the land. We just to be able to renew that and be able to renew it in ourselves about our lands and about our culture is very satisfying.
This is something I've always wanted to do, going and giving all I can. There's no goal I want to reach because I don't think there's a limit to how much I can give and do for the people there. That's one more source of support for the people there, one more hand to help rebuild or encouragement, anything that one individual can do.
What I give to the local and what gives all the group to the local is, I think, the most part is that people can see the interest of all the Armenians from the diaspora. And I think it's very important to rebuild the church because the church is a sense, in a sense, the symbol of the gathering of the villagers. So I think that a village should be built around the church. So it's very symbolic. We could have come with a lot of teas and foods, but I think it's much more important because it gives the people the spirit of more than surviving, but developing themselves.
We want these young people to feel that these lands belong to them, and then create an occasion for these young people to go and toil the earth, work, get in touch with the land, sweat there, struggle, live, join with the people who live already on that land and have that communion with the land, with the earth. And I believe that whoever goes, whatever young people born in Los Angeles or in New York or in Buffalo or Florida, once he goes or she goes to Armenia, she gets that feeling of the land. When he or she steps on that land, she will feel that that land is his, and there will be a union of the land and of its people.
I wanted to have a reason, a chance to go to Armenia and be involved in something productive and good for the people over there. and maybe this one will help me do that.
One volunteer will make difference on the person, on the volunteer, and also on the villager. The locals like us a lot, and they think it's a very good idea that all the way 10, 12,000 miles away, we travel to Armenia and we eat their same food and we live the life that they live. And they think that it's very good that we always go there, especially when they see us going back. They think that we like it and we want to do it. We were not forced to go there and help them.
Armenians have survived for generations in other countries because the country was there, the land was there, the replenishment was there. Once you cut off that replenishment, at least in a generation, then it's going to go.
They come from France, they come from Belgium, they come from America, second generation, third generation. You can't say anybody typical except they want to do something different. They want to have an adventure and an experience. There's some kind of a need. There's something there that's missing in their life. They want to feel useful. They want to feel they made a contribution. And to me, it's very important that this be your first experience in Armenia, working on the land. So the idea you have is you should be helping your homeland. You've done something, and when you come back, you feel, again, replenished.
The people need moral support or emotional support more than anything else right now. By seeing people from other countries coming here and helping them, they probably get encouragement, they probably feel like they're not alone and there are other people are thinking about them. Directly helping the people, doing things that other organizations weren't doing, like restoring churches and building dryers or things like people needed. So I was interested in that more than other things. And I wanted to do physical work more than office work.
In the past 2 weeks since we've been here, this ground was 2 feet deep and we filled it up with dirt and rocks. We raised those walls and we filled them up with cement. That rock over there with the big cross on it wasn't originally there. We just moved it to that location. When they initially began excavating, they thought that this was a 12th century church. But as they began digging and finding older rocks, they realized that it was a 4th century church. They discovered these kinds of rocks with crosses on it, which were equal length in all directions. And that signified the Roman influence on the early Armenian Christian cross.
The Armenians have a tradition of building, and when a person goes to Armenia, he's not only benefiting the people of Armenia, he is benefiting himself because he's getting to be a better person for it. A person who gives anything of himself for things beyond his own personal gain, I think, is a positive thing. And that kind of attitude can only be helpful in that person's future.
So binlergen, veşna bağı, akut meç binlergen. İçek tabatma verçe, komplet verçana. Es barda binika baginer getene. En suateren gora khatning.
I think it's taught me to appreciate life a lot more. Not to be so caught up in petty things like, I don't know, not to worry too much about like fashion and all that, glitzy stuff that we get like in the city, because it's not that important. I mean, the most important thing is your family, love and happiness. And I mean, these people are living here in some of the worst situations I've ever seen in my life, but they still find happiness and they find time to laugh, to sing, and they don't have all the resources we do, and they still find ways to be happy, and it's just through people and not through objects. And I didn't expect people to be this giving, and they don't have anything and they're just willing to give you what they have. I have a home away from home here. She's like my grandmother. I love her. She's great. One day I was really sick. She offered to make me tea, and I didn't even ask for it. The people, that's what I'm gonna remember the most.
Every year when the campaign begins, obviously there are a group of 15, 20, 10 participants. Now, picture this situation. They come from all over the United States. At a given date and time, they are to meet at the airport. And I usually am there to see them off. Now, these people don't know each other. 30 days later, they come back. The same people who were hesitant to say hello to each other come out of the airport, hugging each other, crying. It's an incredible sight. What we're doing is not only beneficial to the land and the culture, it is also beneficial to the culture of these individuals. It's a two-sided benefit.
For me, Armenia was a land very far from France. I couldn't really realize the whole meaning of it. And it's not a kind of dream. It has become reality. I find myself much closer to Armenia than I was before.